Welcome to Seder Soul Sailing. Might have to move my cat here to get better light. She's she takes up a fair amount of the space on a boat. So, yeah, that's better. So, what a day. First thing I found out when I woke up this morning was that we'd bombed Iran, and from the initial reports, it didn't sound like we'd taken out the Ayatollah Khamenei, or however you say his name is, which was unfortunate because, uh, we can't be fighting wars for Israel, but, if we took out that bastard, we'd be doing the people of Iran a hell of a favor because they really want to get rid of him. I have met a lot of people from Iran, and granted they're from Iran and they're not in Iran now. They've gotten out, but when they were there, a lot of them were working towards undermining the whole theocratic government because they hated it. They just despised it. I mean, I I wouldn't like it, if seriously. I mean. I can't even say what I would do if I lived in a country and some goddamn priest or Ayatollah or Iman or whatever the hell they have over there came and told me like what I was supposed to wear and how I was supposed to talk. I mean, I'd watch where he went. I'd watch when he went to his car, when he went to the bathroom, and I might follow him around with a small lead pipe in my pocket. I wouldn't deal with it well. I'm not a good. I mean, that's why I live out in the ocean on a boat. But so good riddance to bad rubbish. But what now? I mean. The hardliners in the military are still in charge of everything over there. They've still got all the missiles. I mean, what's China gonna do? Is China gonna work with a new government in Iran? I mean they just want the oil. They don't really give a crap who gives it to them or who sells it to them. They're not ideological. They don't want everybody to be like the CCP. They'll work with whoever they got to work with. But is the U.S. oil industry going to go out in and try to install another Shah of Iran, a puppet government again? I mean, it's hard to say because we haven't really seen what's happening in Venezuela yet. So far, it's been fairly calm. We don't see or hear much of what's going on there, but hopefully, and I mean, it was good riddance to good riddance to Maduro, good riddance to Ayatollah. It's the people deserve to have a free government, but are they going to have one? I mean, what's going to happen? Maybe that's up to all of us. Maybe it's not just up to, the leaders. But this morning I thought Trump had really screwed the pooch. I was really angry with him because he's got some kind of workable economic plans that are unlike anything I've ever seen in my lifetime. And I was angry because I thought he'd screwed the pooch, and if they hadn't killed Khamenei, it would have been a failure. It would have been mission failed, not mission accomplished. I mean, they needed that guy to be dead, and this morning every report was saying he was still alive. There was reports of him, going to give a speech and all this stuff, but now they found his body, so I guess he's, good riddance to bad rubbish there. And I mean, this could actually turn out pretty well. Let's hope somebody can slap Bibi Netanyahu schwanz out of Trump's mouth, um, and we can have a country, a government that represents the people of the United States, not the people of Israel. But that's another story, you know. Hopefully something good can come of this. Um, but let's see what the cards have to say about it. I'm I yeah, I was very angry when I first heard this, and I thought, and I heard that he was still alive. It's like he said, the whole entire purpose of this mission was was regime change in Iran, and that wouldn't happen if that guy had still been alive. So and I normally don't celebrate when somebody gets killed, even if it's a shitbird. But this is one shitbird I don't mind not sharing the air with right now. The and I've known a lot of Iranian people, wonderful, wonderful people, brilliant and beautiful and capable and strong people, very talented and creative. And there's and like I said, they're all people that have left Iran because I haven't been there, obviously. So the people I've met are probably not inclined to be fans of the Ayatollah because they got driven out of their own country. They had to flee their own country. They got driven out of their homes. So, but it looks to me like there's an awful lot of happy people in Iran right now, and I have heard that from people from Iran, people that have been there, people that have worked in like the underground in the resistance there. That's why they had to flee. They say that the majority of people in Iran would welcome, even if it took a U.S.-Israeli attack. Also, I learned something else recently about Iran. Iran has the largest growing Christian population on earth right now. And the remarkable thing about that is Christianity is punishable by death under the Ayatollah. So, I believe people have the right to choose what they want to do, and I'm a fan of Christ consciousness. The closest you can find of it to it in the Bible we're given is the red letter Bibles, the stuff that Jesus himself actually said. But the Gospels have become available. The Gnostic Gospels have become available, and it's worth reading. I mean, my whole thing is we own our personal sovereignty. We don't abdicate it to anybody else. And if you read the Gnostic Gospels, like Thomas and things like that, that's what the Yeshua, that's what they call him in the other Gospels, is Yeshua, not Jesus. That's what Yeshua was saying, was that, own your personal sovereignty. Don't abdicate it to any priest, any politician. That said, if Trump pulled this off, if they don't screw the pooch now, if the follow-up isn't just the kind of tyranny we've had in the past where they've traded one tyrant for another, good for him. Let's see what the cards have to say about this. But yeah, I was saying, I don't. The natural law is own your personal sovereignty, be responsible for yourself, don't impose your personal sovereignty on anybody else. So whatever I believe or don't believe, I wouldn't want to impose that on anybody else. But it's clear that the vast majority of people in Iran don't want to walk around wearing goddamn circus tents, in the middle of the desert. When you have to punish being a Christian by death, clearly clearly there's some motivation for people to adopt Christianity, whether that's the right thing or the wrong thing. Um, but deeply support everybody's right to make that decision for themselves. Let's see what's going to happen. The hangman, the signifier, that's a willing sacrifice. That's interesting. Um, the overall situation. This is cultural conflict, but it's actually not as rough and violent as it sounds. I mean, it's workable. It's something we can work around. Um, and here is the gateway. This is the key to bringing everything together, and this is like finding love in our hearts, unity, partnership. And the past, the root card, everything's built on this, and this is loose ends, unfinished business. Interesting, because, I mean, Iran in the 1950s, they elected a president that was overthrown by the CIA because he wasn't going to let the Western oil companies own the oil fields. It was he was letting Iranians own it, and so the CIA threw over and MI6 actually, and I suppose Mossad was probably even in on that because this was in the 1950s, and Mossad was active before even 1948 in an illegal capacity. So we didn't want the people of Iran to benefit from their oil, so we installed this Shah, who he wasn't a tyrant in the way of the Ayatollahs have been, but he was a tyrant in his own right. People were cheering the overthrow of the Shah just like they're cheering the overthrow of Khamenei right now. But careful what you wish for. Let's hope that they don't make the same mistake this time. Let's hope that they don't install some shitbird to replace another shitbird, just like everything that's pretty much happened since like 1954 or whenever the deep state overthrew here's the present moment, and that's heartbreak. Yeah, I mean it is. This is there was a school that was blown up with like, I don't know, 70 girls in a girls' school are killed, so young girls. War's not a great way to solve problems. I guess sometimes it might be necessary. In this case, the long run, it'll probably be for the best, but there's some heartbreak involved. And here is the psychological future, and that's the Page of Cups. This is the initiation of spirit. So that's actually a good sign, and this is very appropriate right here. This is the future, and that's joy from the past. Because Iran used to be I mean, even under the Shah, it was an incredible, beautiful, vibrant country. I mean, historically, it's one of the most important places on earth. I'm getting messages about what's going on. And here is the fears, and that's a powerful, hot-headed king. So a hot-headed leader, and yeah, we're all a little afraid of that. But here's the astrological energies, and that's passionate action, strong, passionate action. And here's our desires, is compassionate leadership, compassionate spiritual leadership, not a tyrannical hierophant, but a Queen of Cups. And that's a leadership that allows creation, and it looks like that's going to happen. The final outcome, justice. This is a really good sign. This is excellent. I was really angry with Trump for a few days leading up to this because I just didn't like I didn't like I didn't like him walking around with Bibi Netanyahu's schwanz in his mouth. I just but I will say if this works out, I'm going to be. I've always said I support him when he does good things, and I oppose him when he does bad things. Let's hope it looks like this is going to be a very good thing. And here, this is modifies our fears, and that's creation, birth, creation, and and we're afraid of strong leadership, but in this case, something really good could be born from it. And this is modifying the astrological energies, and that's acting. That's the beginning. That's not just the thought of acting, but actually putting it into motion, and that modifies the Knight of Wands, which is one of the most active cards in the he had devil cards. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. But I could be wrong. I was wrong today. I was wrong today already once. I thought Trump had just really screwed the pooch, and we were in for a nightmare, economic and political and social nightmare. And the fact that he actually got mission accomplished, it looks like, changes everything. So I was wrong once today. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they are devil cards. They're, I think, honestly, though, Gary, honestly, I think the cards are the energy you bring to it. I think they draw the energy out of you. So if you're connected, I do a part of my meditation every day is I do a purge of all kind of demonic energies and entities that might be attached to me. I don't know if I always succeed, but I take it seriously. I don't mess with it. And I know that if I don't do that, I can, bad energy can come through me. So maybe it's a superstition, like the cards are a superstition, but it works for me. So I'm not going to change, I'm not putting you down. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I'm just trying. It's a good question. I mean, we need to question everything, including these cards, including astrology. It's and this modifies the King of Pentacles modifies the Queen of Cups. So it looks like we're going to get compassionate leadership, but it's also going to be prosperous, which would be wonderful. Think of both Venezuela and Iran. Think what incredible places they could be. I would love to be able to visit both of those places on my sailboat. I would gladly go to both those places if they could, if they just need to. I mean, both places were being led by scum. I mean, they were being led by the stuff floating around in the toilet bowl. And here's the modification of the final outcome. Interesting. So we're going to see justice. That's the final outcome, and it's going to lead us somewhere else, somewhere unknown. Something new is going to come out of all this. So this is well. Let's hope. I really hope that this. I really hope this reading is accurate, because this is a really good sign for Iran, for all of us, and now, okay, here's one bad thing that's going to happen for this. I guess it's bad depending on how you look at it, but Iran, the military is still in charge. There's still hardliners in Iran that are waiting in the wings to take over when Khamenei disappears. I mean, it isn't like they've got this brand new government just waiting in the wings to step in and make everything good again. It's and they've closed the Straits of Hormuz, or however you say it, Ahai, and they. I don't know how that's going to go, because China depends on the oil that comes through the Strait of Hormuz, and China's not going to take their oil being shut off too kindly. But who are they going to go after? I mean, the Iranians now? At some point, who knows? You know what would be the best case scenario? I don't know if this is even possible or what, but if China and Russia had been kind of consulted in this and were aware of and working with the Israelis and the U.S. to take this bastard out, um, it, that would save a lot of problems down the road without a doubt. Um, so and it looks like, I mean, we're right now in a rough spot with this, but that's really today might be the worst it gets. I mean, if this is not totally screwed up, if this is handled competently, and if it's handled with principle and moral, if it's handled with moral decency, if the reptiles, if the Bibi Netanyahus of the world are taken out of the equation, and Iran has the military muscle to take Netanyahu and Israel out of the equation. That might not be the worst thing in the world. I mean, um, you know, I don't know who's gonna provide who's gonna have honey traps for the Congress, the government, to provide children for them to molest without Mossad, but without the Jeffrey Epsteins of the world, the P Diddy's and Jeffrey Epsteins. But I guess who knows? Maybe they'll be taken out too. Um, who knows? This, and I astrologically, we've got some crazy stuff. I know I've said it was. I don't know, what was it about. What day is it today? It's like the 28th. It was about 2 weeks ago. It was about 2 weeks ago, a little less than 2 weeks ago, that Saturn and Neptune conjoined at 0 degrees Aries, and that is kind of like a brand new beginning of everything. 0 degrees Aries. That's where everything starts. That's like the go on a Monopoly board. um, so. Let's find out. I mean, we could see Israel taken down in this chaos. Well, I'm completely facing the opposite direction since I started this. The wind has changed 90 degrees, and so yeah, I'm in the shadow. That's okay. I wouldn't want to have to look at me. I don't mind not being in the. Um, yeah, these cards are saying this is an incredible reading. I'm going to take a photo of this and send it to. Oh, geez, maybe I won't. The wind. Ha. My cards just got. Oh, holy crap! A front's moving through. Oh, now I'm back in the sun again. Um, I'm going to. I got to pick up cards off the floor. That never happens on this boat. I mean, the cockpit is so enclosed that the wind. When you're at anchor, you're always facing into the wind. No, that was Jesus telling you to, no. Was that your home? Yeah, I live on the boat, so that's my home. I've lived on a boat for a long time. God, this was an incredible reading. I hope I can remember it and get it put together. Like I might have to watch this video again and redo it. But it's pretty amazing. I think it's things are going to work out well. I mean, the cards are saying things are going to work out really well. This was the root. This was the gateway. This was the mod. This was the. All right. Okay. I'm. This was all. Okay, I'm gonna have to watch this. I can't remember exactly what the cards were, and it is live. So, um, was that your home? No, that was. Yeah, that was Jesus not liking the reading. Actually, I think Yeshua would probably like this reading a lot. To be honest with you, my my yoga mat. I left it up today because when I worked out this morning. It was raining, so I left it out to dry because like I said, there's never wind here, so it just never gets blown around. That's really unusual that happened. That was Jesus. Where exactly are you, sir? Mandala. Yeah, I, I I wrote a song about mandalas once. Um, in the making mandalas in the park at. I never recorded that one. Um, where are you? Oh yeah, actually I got a recording of it. I should post that on here. I didn't make it. A friend of mine, Ryan Rude, he's in a band. Was in a band called Rockford Mules. He did a recording. It's quite beautiful. It's kind of a spacey recording. I should post that on here someday. I'm in the Caribbean. I'm anchored on off an island near Panama right now. Are you by yourself? Well, I'm not quite by myself. I have my first mate. Uh, she's but I have a partner. I have a very I have the love of my life. She was here for I took 5 weeks off of these readings, and I did a few readings here and there, but she was here for 5 weeks. She's lives in a different country, and I'm going to sail there hopefully. So, hi, are you hi, am I a pure potato? Is that like, I don't know what that means, but I like it. Uh, so, um, hey, I'm going to ask you all a favor here because I've found out that I am getting heavily shadow banned, like heavily. Like people that normally watch the channel can't find it. They bury it so deep in the algorithms. Uh, so if you like this, if you find it useful, please, give it a like, and a bunch of you have, and I appreciate that. I thank you. And the uh, but share it. Take the link and share it. Send it to people. If you know anybody that might find it interesting for any reason whatsoever, or just people that that'll just think it's ridiculous and have a good laugh about it, or people who are just, you know, whatever reason, just share it and see if we can get this out here. Because I've been on occasion getting a lot of views, like over 1,000. I mean, that's for some guy on a boat, that seems like a lot. It's not like what's his name, Tucker Carlson's 7 million or Joe Rogan's 7 million. But I'll take 1,000. I appreciate it. Um, but if let's try to get this out there. I really appreciate it, and thank you all for watching. I appreciate how many of you stuck around this long, and I'm glad I did this. I almost didn't do this today because it was Saturday. I thought y'all would be busy and have other stuff to do. I'm going to. I was just about to go take a swim because it was raining earlier. That's why my yoga mat was drying on the deck. I'm about to jump in that ocean and have a swim, and I decided to. I was going to skip a reading and just go for a swim. I thought, I just did it. So, thank you, Gary. It's been very nice talking to you. You guys take care. Stay out of trouble. I'll try to do the same. Like and share and subscribe. I appreciate it, and love you all. And I'll probably see you again tomorrow.